This track talking to me. It's a whole lot of pain. But you know, that comes with the territory. This walk ain't for the weak. Time to level up now. We pray the Lord our souls to keep. Time to level up. New breed. I've been strumming through these archives, living through these hard times. Blessings let the strong survive, don't let these snakes cross the line. Battle with the dark side, this glow is radiating, elevating like a vapor. When we rise, they devastated, set apart, segregation, this adrenaline rush. Spoken word, heart racing out the enemy's clutch. Prophesied to the winds that we can never be touched. Been hurt so bad, like can I ever be loved? Turn pain into power, I ain't holding no grudge. I seen a beacon of light in my little one's eyes. Found a reason to fight when I'm constantly tried. Everything ain't what it seems, like the world's a mirage. Like a prison with no bars, who's thinking of freedom? As I'm dreaming, I'm fighting demons, everything is on fire. Spitting truth through the wire, straight convicting these liars. No hieroglyphs or Mayans, just the soul of Messiah. I speak clearly so all y'all can hear me. The average industry rapper's too stupid to fear me. Clean on the outside, your insides are filthy. No sincerity, they soulless and empty. I'm shadow band, black ball, plus a brother gangsta. Still I'm breaking through, cutting niggas like a chainsaw. Been through too much drama, so it hurts when the rain falls. Been through hell and back, so don't ask me where I came from. If it wasn't for his grace, I'd be stuck up in the jailhouse. Now I'm sending scriptures for my brothers that just bailed out. What you know about life if your life ain't real? This ain't no music video or reality show. This ain't no movie film. You ain't got no movie deal. You in the Matrix, better wake up and get your life. Cause the wolves licking their chops for the sacrifice. They some greedy ass demons ruin lives with their appetite. I'm here to ruffle feathers like a gat at night. Speak the truth till I'm deported, spirits taking flight. Ask these government officials how you sleep at night. Steady robbing from the poor, you know we Israelites. And you got hell to pay, I pray it's swift with no delay. And when them saints come marching, boy, it's open game. Protect my energy, I'm turning up like Novocaine. Keep a poker face, head up where the vultures pray. Keep the truth moving forward, time to innovate. Breaking bread with my bruise, trying to navigate. 12 tribes worldwide, you know we salivate. Esau's little kingdom look dilapidated. Speak the truth and the real ones will gravitate. That's right. Seen the prophets in the dream that we man related. Bloodline affiliated, steady litigating. Defenders of the faith. Gary Pate, you may take some losses, but it ain't no bellyache. Live life to the fullest, keep the world shaking. I speak clearly so all y'all can hear me. The average internet gangster's too stupid to fear me. I'm dirty on the outside, your insides are filthy. No sincerity, they soulless and empty. I'm shadow band, black ball, plus a brother gangster. Still I'm breaking through, cutting niggas like a chainsaw. Time to level up now, soldier.
It's time to level up now. It's time to level up now, soldiers.
It's time to level up now.
Pain. That's pressure right there. That song right there is called Pain. The artist is myself, and you can find that on Patreon only. Yes, not only does my Patreon have exclusive live streams, uploads, but it also has music. So support the real. And that's a very timely song for this particular message. I see people rolling in pretty quick. As y'all enter, make sure y'all thumb the video up. Let's get them likes up. Let's get them up. Share this video. This video is going to help a lot of you brothers and sisters on your walk and your journey. Every time it's time to level up, Satan, the devil, the deceiver, Lucifer, will appear. Oh yeah, he will appear. See, Satan's job is to rob you of your purpose. The enemy's job is to slow you down. The enemy's job is to steal, kill, and destroy. A lot of you all have a devil in your life right now that Satan uses because you're too strong for him to evade you. So the only thing that devil can do is use someone very close to you. He figures, hey, I can't get to that person, but this person is an open vessel. You brothers and sisters need to know that when all hell starts breaking loose around you, that's Satan. He knows there's a blessing coming. See, in the spiritual realm, demons and angels know what's going on. The Creator, he communicates with the angelic forces. And he tells the angels in heaven, hey, I am about to bless this individual. Some of those fallen angels, they gain intel. And they're gaining this intel because of your light. They fear that light. They can see that light becoming brighter. So they'll begin to sow discord in your life. Some of y'all be like, wow, why is everything going wrong all of a sudden in my life? Why is this happening? It's like I can't move forward. I keep getting stopped at a certain point. I'm losing friends. I'm losing family. I'm losing support. My car just broke down. I'm losing money. I'm losing finances. I lost this job. It's like everything is going wrong all at one time to the point where you begin to feel like, I can't do this anymore. You just feel totally overwhelmed. And often it's in the midst of you doing great things. While great opportunities are presenting itself, it's like all these other barriers just come out of nowhere. It's like, where did it come from? All these roadblocks are set up and you begin to feel disoriented. You begin to doubt your purpose. There's seeds that's planted in your mind of insecurity. And you begin to question what your purpose is. You begin to question if you're on the right path or not. You could be doing God honest work. There's not one person who is in truth who haven't experienced this. A lot of brothers in truth, a lot of sisters who know the biblical truth and know God, they've experienced this. They had to question themselves. We've all been there to the point where we know we're doing the right thing, but the adversity can be so strong sometimes that when we're faced with it, we question ourselves. We even question our Creator at times, wondering, could I do this? Am I able to do this, Lord? Why would so much be put on one person? Listen, a lot of y'all got to go through a lot of things in your life. And a lot of times you'll see devils come out of people and begin to really manifest itself. And they will begin to set up attacks, demonic attacks against you. You will see a vindictive spirit being used through people. It will make you look at yourself and say, can I make it through this? The answer is yes. And you brothers got to understand, you sisters got to understand that this has to happen. It's part of the molding process. It's part of you being tried like gold through the furnace. You have to have adversity. First Peter chapter 5, verse 8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversity, your adversary, the devil, walketh about as a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour. The Bible says you got to be on point. You got to have your game tight, because Satan is always looking to destroy you. He's always looking to accuse you. Y'all got to understand the enemy is an accuser. Nothing has to be substantiated. Nothing have to be fact with how these devils are set up against you. They just know that you're about to level up. So they'll do anything to try to discredit you before you can even make it there. They're afraid. The demons are afraid. They don't want to see you accelerate. Every time you're about to level up, every time great opportunity is presented, you will face the devil. You will face great adversity because he is the adversary. You will face the enemy. And check this out. He don't always come in the form of adversity. Sometimes he come in the form of temptation. Yeah. Sometimes he come in the form of subdebility. He'll beguile you. Some of you brothers will get beguiled him using a woman because the Most High is trying to level you up. And God doesn't tempt you at all. Only the enemy does that. What the Most High does is he makes a way out of that temptation. But there are times where the enemy will put the most beautiful thing in the world in front of you and tempt you to lure you in, only so he can have an opening point, create some type of soul tie, just so he can have a point of entry. See, the devil needs a point of entry. And so first and foremost, if you just on the right path and you minding your business, you drinking your water, you reading your scriptures, you being productive, you're about to reach new heights because the fruits of your labor are beginning to manifest. Satan will say, I can't allow that to happen. I have to send somebody there and they have to allow access so I can run amok on their life. Let me tell you something. Natalie said it. She said that temptation is hard. Absolutely, but the Most High make a way out. Korea Golden says, yes, it is important to remain sober and vigilant. Absolutely. Because that enemy, he's roaring. He's seeking about. And he's jumping in and out of people. So much so they don't even know they're being used by the enemy. You got some individuals out there that you can completely ignore because you know it's coming from the spirit of the devil, how they're operating against you. So you will ignore them. You will move forward. You will not entertain them because in you entertaining that devil, they can rob you of your peace. They can rob you of your joy. That's another entry point because you're entertaining demons. You got some demons that are so very powerful that even if you ignore these demons and keep it moving, they can't stop. They can't stop themselves. Even if you're not attacking them, you're not arguing back with them, you're not engaging, they just cannot stop themselves. They have so much hatred and maliciousness in their heart. They have so much discontent. They're so far gone, they're so reprobated that they will continue to attack God-fearing people who ain't doing anything to them. Some of you brothers and sisters, y'all are in intimate relationships with individuals who are doing this very same thing. Somebody said it, Destiny said, that's called a legal portal. Facts. Some of you all are in intimate relationships in which that person that you sleep next to, that's the devil in your life. And every time you're growing, every time you're developing, every time you're being productive, every time you're going to the next level in all your various endeavors in life, That person is the common denominator to you all taking losses, taking loss after loss after loss. That person is the devil in your life. We should have learned that with the Will and Jada situation. In the height of that brother's career, getting the reverence that he deserved, he was triggered by the devil. I'm telling you now, there's a devil in a lot of you brothers and sisters' lives. And it's only because you have a great calling. To much is given, much is required. The reason why you chosen ones are going through so much, and I understand the pain. The reason why you feel lost and abandoned and often stranded in this here planet. Depressed, wondering why doors of opportunity keep getting closed, wondering why every time you try to do right, you getting these full-blown attacks from people that you thought loved you. The reason why is because you have a great calling on your lives. Brothers and sisters, y'all have such great callings on y'all lives. Y'all's been through everything. Some of you brothers grew up fatherless households, being emasculated by the mother. Some of you sisters grew up being abused, touched in the wrong places. You've been through things that would have took most people out. And you still here, and you have this courage and strength about yourself, and you're still able to walk in the light. Them devils are terrified of your greatness. You have such a big calling on your life. You have such a big calling on your life, ladies and gentlemen, that the enemy has to try to stop it, because you are soldiers in God's army. You are soldiers in the kingdom of the Most High. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. They know that in the demonic kingdom, you are about to eliminate a whole lot of demonic spirits. So Satan has to conjure up an army of demons against you, brothers and sisters, because you're about to level up. You're going to be victorious. And in your victory, Satan knows that that's his downfall. He fears us. He will use anybody who will not submit to the Creator. He will use anybody who will allow their emotions, their foolishness, and their own selfish pleasures and guilty lust to control and narrate their lives. Anybody who will allow that to happen will be used in the kingdom of darkness, but they will ultimately be destroyed. And love, hope, and faith says, and they are gladly used. That's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of individuals who are being used by the devil, they are gladly being used. We got to stop feeling sorry for individuals who don't know how to control themselves. They have made some type of agreement with the enemy. They have made some type of an agreement. When Jesus Christ leveled up, let's talk a little bit about that. Let's talk about it. Matthew chapter 4, verse 1. Then was Christ led up of the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted of the devil. See, a lot of people don't know why Christ was led up by the Holy Spirit to go into the desert. He was going to level up. He was going to fast and become one with the Creator. He was going to level up, so much so he had to go in a desert away from everybody else, because he knew he was going to be seeing demons. He was going to be seeing angels. He was going to communicate with the terrestrial realm, or the celestial beings, rather. And he was going to get his mind right. He was about to go to another level. So he knew that he was going to be tempted by the devil. Ladies and gentlemen, you're supposed to expect it. When you're about to do something great, you should expect it, to the point where when the enemy come, you know how to deal with it. Some of y'all get triggered by your significant other. They just start an argument out of nowhere. They start raging out, tripping, tweaking, only to get you to feed into the negativity. But you know, if you're leveling up, if you're going to the next place in your life to build something great, you should expect it to happen, to the point where when it happens, you say, oh, I get it now. So anytime you're about to level up, and the reason I say Christ was leveling up, because he was fasting for 40 days and 40 nights. And for those who don't know, after Christ was done fasting, he was laying hands on the sick, healing them. He was raising people from the dead. Oh, that's when he became, the real OG, big bruh. When Christ became the Lion of Judah. When he went in that desert. Read that book. And he expected. So when you read the scripture, he says he went to the desert to be tempted. He knew what he was getting himself into. Brothers and sisters, anytime you're doing a work of the Most High, anytime you doing anything righteous in your life, you can expect the devil to come. He's going to appear. Let's see what kind of tactics he liked to use. After when he had fasted 40 days and 40 nights, he was after hungered. And when the tempter came to him, he said, if thou be the Son of God, command that these stones be made bread. So he came to tempt him to eat. That's what the devil's going to do at first. You can expect some temptation to come first, and then you can expect the demonic attack to come afterwards. Let's get it. But he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of God. He said, man don't live off bread alone. See, every word that my Father put out there, that the God of all gods has put in these inktified blotches, that's life. That's bread. What we doing right now is breaking bread. So you're not going to trick me into doing witchcraft and sorcery, because that's what he was trying to do. He was trying to trick Christ into doing witchcraft. That's what he was doing. And since Christ was at such a heightened sense of spirituality at that time for fasting so long, he would have had the ability to do it. I don't think people understand how powerful fasting is. He would have had the ability to turn that bread, turn that stone into bread. Right? Let's continue. It says, the devil taketh him up in the holy city and selleth him on a pinnacle of the temple, and saith unto him, if thou be the Son of God, cast thyself, for it is written, he shall give his angels charge concerning thee, and in their hands they shall bear thee up, lest any time thou dash thy foot against a stone. So now you have Satan trying to convince Christ to commit suicide. Now he's trying to convince him to commit suicide. And a lot of us been through this. A lot of us had been so overwhelmed by the enemy's tactics and his snares and his tricks and his wordplay that we get to the point where we get so confused, we just want to check out. He was trying to tempt him to jump off a cliff and said, the angels will catch you if you jump off. This is your way out. I know this is torturous right now. You out here in this hot desert. How many of us are in a hot desert right now just dealing with friends and family? How many of us? How many of us are in that hot desert dealing with the devil in our households, with our wives or your girlfriends or boyfriends or whatever? How many of us are in that desert being attacked by the devil right now as we speak? While at the same time, simultaneously, you're leveling up. It's like all these great things are happening in some of y'all's lives. But at the same time, there's a lot of negativity going on at the same time. You're leveling up, you're getting new spiritual insight, you're getting new powers added, you're getting a greater understanding of yourself, you're maturing. The Lord is showing you how to maneuver. But at the same time, such horrible things are happening. Some of y'all are going through some things you can't even speak about because it's so bad. You just want to push it to the back of your mind, and you got to get up every single day and act like everything is okay. You got to move every day like nothing is wrong. That's the desert. That's because you're leveling up. The Lord will see you through it. If you're going through these type of situations, the Most High God will pull you through it. He will not allow you to fall on the left hand side. You just have to be obedient to his word. You have to take heed to sound doctrine. You have to read. You have to study, show yourself approved. You have to honor his commandments. You have to be careful with who you let in your life. And you cannot be stagnant with people who are not helping you grow and become fruitful in your endeavors. You got to stop being so forgiving with certain individuals, and you got to learn how to say no to a lot of individuals. There's people in your life that don't want to see you advance. They're secretly jealous of you. That's why every time you reach into the next height and level, they start bugging out. That's jealousy. Their intentions are unpure. They don't want to see what's best for you. Some of these devils are so demented. They will self-destruct just to take you out. I'm talking about like a suicide bomber. Like a suicide bomber. If it means getting rid of you, they're going to get rid of you. If Christ didn't respond to Satan the way he responded when he told him, hey, just jump off this cliff, I guarantee you Satan would have took Christ's hand himself and said, look, I'll jump with you. I'll jump with you. Take my hand. We'll jump off this thing together. That's how it is. Misery loves company. They're going to hell and they want to drag you right along with them. And some of them are already in their own personal hell because they don't have God in their life. They don't have the Most High. They don't have the Bible in their spirit. Let's continue. Verse 6, and saith unto him, if thou be the Son of God, cast thyself, for it is written, he shall give his angels charge concerning thee, and in their hands they shall bear thee up, lest at any time thou dash thy foot against a stone. So he's saying the angels will save you. He's trying to get Christ to tempt the Most High using the angels. Verse 7, Jesus said unto him, it is written again, thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy God. So he said, I'm not going to play games. I'm not going to question my creator and play with the Most High, do things just to see if he'll help me while I'm out in this desert. Or I'm going to do little things just to see if he's still here with me. Nah, Christ knew the Most High was with him. How often is it that when we going through our personal traumas and our experiences, we act like God ain't there no more? Christ knew the Most High was, his presence and energy was still there. How many of us, we get into a situation or altercation and we blame God for it? Lord, why are you doing this to me? He's testing you. You done forgot he there. Serene, thank you so much for the $10 super sticker. Highly appreciate you. Thank you, sister. Let's continue. Again, the devil taketh him up into an exceedingly high mountain and showeth him all the kingdoms of the world and the glory of them, and said unto him, all these things will I give thee, if thou wilt fall down and worship me. Then saith Christ unto him, get thee hence, Satan, for it is written, thou shalt worship the Lord thy God, and only shalt thou serve. Then the devil leaveth him, and behold, angels came and ministered unto Christ. Ooh. The devil left after that. Christ dealt with that like a G. This is why he is the example. The enemy had to flee. He said, oh man, I can't deal with this guy. This guy, he know it's only one God. See, Satan was trying to steal the promise. He was trying to steal what was already Christ. He was trying to steal what was already Christ's kingdom to come. The Most High God already was going to award Christ the kingdom. See, right now, Satan is the God of this world. In the future, Christ will be the God of this world. So he was trying to steal it. And that's what he's trying to do in y'all's lives. He's trying to steal your blessing. Matter of fact, let's go to John 10:10. The thief cometh not, but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. I am come that thou might have life, and have that life be more abundant. See, Christ is about abundance. If there's a person in your life that you're not increasing with, you're not excelling with, there's a roadblock, there's a barrier. This person is always there to ruin something, always there to destroy something, always there to create some type of problem, some type of dysfunction, to take away your peace. If there's an individual in your life that takes away your desire, your peace, your drive, that is the devil in your life. Conservative Troll, thank you for the $7 contribution. Says, thank you so much for this great message. Absolutely. We got to understand that no weapon formed against us shall prosper. But in the same token, if you give a point of entry, if you give access to these seducing spirits out here, if you allow temptation to overtake you, Satan can run amok in your life. He can penetrate your armor. So it's important that we stay on point. We are supposed to be blessed abundantly in all areas of our lives. It's not supposed to be halfway in, halfway out. We're unhappy in one end, but we're being blessed on the other end. There's a lot of rich people out there who are happy on the outside, but internally distraught in the inside. It's not supposed to be that way. And the reason it is that way a lot of the times is because when they went into the industry or whatever it is they're doing to earn a living, whether it be 6, 7, 8 figures, Satan more than likely took them to that pinnacle the same way he did Christ and said, hey, I can give you the world. And there's a lot of people that said, all right, I'll take it. I will take it. And now they have to face this duality constantly. Now, life is not supposed to be sweet all the time, and there's going to be problems that arise. If you're in relationships, you're going to have problems. You're going to have issues, but the issue should be of getting to understand and know it individuals, not issues that can cost people their livelihood, not issues that end you up in civil court, not issues that can land you in a penitentiary, not issues that are becoming domestic issues, not issues with verbal altercations. Like those, that is not how relationships are supposed to be at all. At all. That is toxicity. That person will be your downfall. That person will destroy you one day. And there's too many good people, genuine people who really want to do the right thing, who end up losing their lives because they allowed the devil to steal everything that they were working so diligently for, all because they kept allowing the enemy back in their lives. Somebody said, Timmy said, these demons keep stalking me, trying to make me homeless and suicidal. Yep, that's because there's a level up coming. If you ever notice in life, anytime you get some type of good news, shortly after, you're going to get some bad news. It always happens simultaneously, at least it often. I ain't going to say always, but this happens often. You'll get some really good news. Some really good things are about to take place, and it has to be bittersweet. It has to be bittersweet because you got one area of your life that's not all the way right. And the Most High God is going to shine light on that area. You may keep that area in the dark, but it's going to come out. It's going to come out. Everything that's done in the dark will come to the light. So there may be an area in your life where you're not really operating optimally. You're not really doing 100% of what you should be doing in certain areas of your life. So what'll happen is, because the Creator, the Almighty, wants to level you up, He will allow the enemy to wreak certain havocs in your life so you can make a choice. So you can rid yourself of that situation that may not be conducive for your growth. He'll shine a light on that darkness so you can leap over it. You understand? So you'll get that good news. Okay, I'm elevating, I'm going to this next level. And then something to happen that'll magnify the dark part of your life. That wickedness has to go. That wickedness can be in the form of a person that you're dealing with. That wickedness can be in something that you're dealing with personally. But whatever it is, it's a hindrance and Satan can use it. But where you're going, the Most High God has to get rid of it. And he has to let it bite you in the behind a couple of times while you're elevating, so you can say, see here, this is a problem. This is a problem. Because every time I'm elevating, this same thing is coming back to bite me. Okay, this is an issue. So he'll keep shining light. Like, listen, I cannot bring you to the desired level that I will have you go if you keep entertaining something that's not right for you. Sarah says you can do it. Remember, your daughter needs you. You may need to fast and pray. Okay, she's talking to somebody in the chat. I'm glad y'all communicating with each other. That's a blessing. Um, Serene says powerful message. Absolutely. And everybody, thumb the video up if you're gaining edification. Thumb the video up. Fasting is very important because during fasting, you really get a lot more discernment. 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 3. But I fear lest by any means, as the serpent beguiled Eve through his subtlety, so your mind should be corrupted from the simplicity that is in Christ. The Most High God doesn't want us to be beguiled by the subtlety of the enemy. See, the enemy don't always come with horns and pitchforks. Sometimes the enemy comes through subtlety, kind words even. The enemy knows how to strategize your downfall, plot on your calamity. The enemy is operating like a serpent. And we got to stop thinking that people who are causing us a great deal of pain, anxiety, stress, we got to stop thinking that these people are not purposely doing this. They know what they're doing. They're being cunning hunters. knowing that your reward is right around the corner. The devil will show up. You will be faced with the enemy, and you will be forced to shadow box with that devil in the heat of the night when you're about to level up. Some of you are about to have your own businesses. Some of you all are about to get married to the man of your dreams or the woman of your dreams. And you're beginning to hear the hisses. Yeah, the serpent, he's hissing. And he's plotting. And he's looking to make sure that you die before your time. He's there to make sure that that relationship does not work out. He's there to make sure that business will not be successful. And he'll try his best to bombard your mind with so much at one time. Ooh, how many of y'all can relate? Where it's a situation that's supposed to be a blessed event, a momentous occasion. And it just becomes horrible because it becomes overwhelming. It's not even enjoyable. And it's supposed to be a blessing. You're about to do something great and you're supposed to be content. You're supposed to be happy. But that serpent, you hear him hissing. That's the nature of the beast. He knows where you're going. He knows that you're doing great things. And he's a monitoring spirit. That's why they gang stalk us. That's why they watch us. They got to monitor us first. He's like an anaconda that's wrapped around you, trying to squeeze the life out of you to the point where you can't even think straight to accomplish your goals. He don't want you to be able to think straight because salvation comes through the renewal of your mind. He doesn't want you to think clearly. So he'll send people at you that's irrational. He'll send people that lack emotional integrity or intelligence. And those people will be around you. Yeah, it's not an anaconda, a boa constrictor. Anacondas will swallow you whole, by the way. A boa constrictor wraps around you. So I stand corrected. He's like all three. He's honestly like a serpent, a python, a boa constrictor, and an anaconda. Because Satan will do all of those things to you. He'll swallow you whole. He'll bite you and poison you. Yeah. And the enemy will send these people out there who have these issues with themselves and don't know how to think clearly, and they'll just talk nonsensical. You ever just seen somebody, you ever getting an altercation with an individual and you just, they don't make any sense. Nothing they says makes any sense whatsoever. It's just like it's all irrational. Even their attacks, against you. It's just why is somebody saying pause? Because we talking about snakes. See, this is crazy. Block. He has to make you think outside of logic. Yeah, they'll say things that are just absolutely draining. Because when you're trying to figure out something that doesn't make sense, it drains you. It drains you. Somebody said block party today. Yeah, absolutely. We're not playing no games. We talking about snakes. He puts paws in there. Like, how old are you, dude? That's crazy. Joey says, I might have experimented blindly the other day when I decided to recite some exorcism prayers. And I was in a different room when I heard a relative say, "Oh, shut up." Then she had to leave the room. Yeah, Joy, you need to understand that you don't have to deal with all that type of activity. Serene, thank you for the $20 contribution. Says this message is helping me to understand what needs to be done in my situation. Appreciate you, Newbury. Absolutely. I'm glad I can be of some assistance, and this is actually helping you. I'm glad you had the ears to hear. Let's go to Ephesians 4:27. It reads, "Neither give place to the devil. Neither give place to the devil." See, we have the authority to put Satan in their place. You don't have to give place to the devil. You don't have to allow them to be in your lives. You don't have to entertain those enemies. It will drive them crazy when you ignore them, to the point where they'll begin to just really attack. They'll get violent even. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get the likes to 1,000. Let's get the likes to 1,000. Kamar King says, "Yup, been through it." Jessica Thrasher says, "This is so true. They try to get under your skin and attempt to get you to react, which will result in bringing you down to their level." Exactly, Jessica. Exactly. You got brothers out there that are getting situations with their significant other or sisters that get into a situation, and all they need is time. Now, sometimes it's irreversible. You just continue to move on with your life, because that's called being unequally yoked. If it's a pattern of dysfunction, but you have people like that in relationships that one individual, one party involved may just ignore that person altogether. Don't have nothing to say and say, I'm gonna give that person time, because I'm not going to entertain negativity, and I'm not going to do anything that's going to make this situation become worse than it is. So I'm just going to leave that person be. Some people will just begin to attack. They'll just begin to attack, like to try to make you react. Now that's a demonic spirit right there. You even have some sisters out there that tell a man to leave. Leave. I don't want to see you. I don't want to talk to you. Leave me alone. Give me some time. And then that person, right after they to put the person out. I think somebody did a meme on this the other day. Then right after they done booted the person out, now they the one cussing the person out because they ain't back. They ain't there. That's insanity. That's a toxic relationship right there. That's a person that'll ruin you. And that goes for male and females. Like, sometimes people just need to be left alone, but they want to bring you down to their level. That's demonic. Like, just because you upset don't mean you have to make sure you hurt that other person. That's called being vindictive. When you actually take action to try to hurt somebody else. If a person is wrong in whatever they doing, and you feel, even if you have a secret offense, then you let God deal with that. You don't ever try to be vindictive towards a person, but that's another topic for another day. These demons come in all forms, and their goal is to make sure that you don't reach your full potential. You got a lot of content creators out there who try to stop brothers from making good content, because they want to try to sow discord and drive them away from making the real content and have them arguing with them to try to feed off your energy. It's all about energy. They really like to see you angry and upset. It does something for them. They get something out of it, like, because their spirits are being tormented in certain ways. Those demons that's operating in them, they feed off the energy of those who are righteous, those who have the light. So it's a demon in them that's triggering them, saying, "Hey, I need you to strip some light out of this person, or I don't know what we're going to do without that person's energy, without that person feeding into what we got going on in our mind." Yeah, I'm saying we, because they got a legion of them. It'd be a legion of them demons in them people. Voices change everything. I done seen people's faces morph when they can't get the energy from the chosen. I done seen people's faces start to contort when you ignore them. I'm talking about a full-blown exorcism is needed because they that dead inside to the point where their whole job is to destroy those who are doing right. Imagine that for an existence. Imagine your existence is keep your eye on people who are doing good and try your best to destroy them. That's how it is for some people because they don't have their own outlets. They haven't found their own peace in life. They haven't found their own wave. And I be telling people all the time, it's important in relationships for everybody involved in any relationship, especially when we're talking about intimate relationships right now. But you got to have outlets, man and woman, because it becomes toxic when you're not giving each other the proper space. And especially with a lot of sisters out there who haven't found something that they do that keeps them on a certain level. What'll end up happening is they'll get real facetious. They'll get real I would say overly emotional because they have too much time on their hands and things of that nature. These things come into accord because the enemy loves an idle mind. The idle mind is the devil's playground. And that's why a lot of times people, their imagination and all these kind of things run wild because they have too much idle time. So it's important for people to find something. Yep. Somebody said, peace be still. Absolutely. Yep. Somebody said, you ever seen their eyes turn black when they get possessed? Yes. I have seen that. Yep. They want your blessings and hate your relationship with God. Wow. Theo Maddox. Wow. I never thought of it that way, that they hate your relationship with the creator. They hate it. Therefore, they hate the creator. And the reason they hate your relationship with the creator because they cannot get that relationship. They can do it, but they won't do what's necessary to get it. They won't discipline themselves. They won't really love themselves. They won't be obedient to his words. They won't do what's necessary, but they're jealous of the fact that you will do what's necessary to serve your God. The God you believe in, you're doing what's necessary for that Lord to be pleased with you, so much so he's providing for you. He's making sure you're able to do what needs to be done. And they envy that. They envy that relationship with the creator because they don't have nothing that strong to stand on. Man, that's deep. That's really deep right there. They hate your relationship with God because no matter what they do to you, no matter what they say, no matter how they act, you always have a silver lining. You always have a life jacket. You always have a way out. Even in the midst of all hell breaking loose, when you sit and pray and go to your God, you always garner energy. And they're jealous of that because they don't have that. They got to be slaves to the devil. They got to be used by the enemy to destroy people who haven't built anything. Let me tell you something. It's always the people who have built nothing on their own. They have built nothing in their lives. It's always the people who haven't built anything coming for the people who are building something out of pure jealousy. Yep. Adriana says they keep coming back to attack you verbally and emotionally. They play with your heart. Absolutely. That's a tactic of the devil too. See, their goal is to make sure you're not thinking clearly. They want to say things to try to tear you down. They want you to feel as bad as they feel. because they got a lot of issues with themselves. They want you, it's called projection. They are projecting against you. Anton Jackson says, I seen this guy's eyes do that and he knew. So he tried to reference a cartoon character to misdirect me so that a demon in him not fooling me. Real talk. The spiritual realm is very real. It's very real. Yeah, they're energy vampires, Monet. And they love those mind games. And they utilize a lot of misdirection. A lot of them people they're demonic. And it's to make sure that you don't level up, because if you entertain folly, you cannot level up. You can't give them people the time of day. Don't give these people the satisfaction. Ladies and gentlemen, you are way too clever. You are way too insightful. You are way too blessed knowing the truth, knowing the Almighty, knowing the things that you know, having the wisdom that you have to entertain demons, low level, nonsensical, evil spirits, malevolent forces. You are way too experienced in life. Y'all have been through way too much. You're just too intelligent for that, ladies and gentlemen. Like, seriously. These devils out here in this world, they don't have a leg to stand on. And all they can do is try to slow us down. And I say this all the time. They can slow us down, but they cannot stop us. They can slow us down because we're humans. We get caught up sometimes, and we'll backtrack at times, and we'll respond to things that we shouldn't respond to. But listen, there got to come a time where you cut it all off. You cut it all off, and you let the Most High deal with those low-level people. Jessica Thrasher says, yes, if you entertain folly, you cannot level up. Say it again. Absolutely. Real talk, Jessica. If you entertain a nonsense, the Most High can't work with that. See, listen, in the dark areas of our lives, they have to come to the light too. God wants to level you up, bring you to the next level, but you have one area in your life that is dysfunctional. You have one area in your life, it may come in the form of a person, something you doing, it doesn't matter. That one area is stopping you from going above and beyond. It's stopping you. So he has to let that one area of your life be magnified. He has to show you that area is problematic. That area is problematic. You cannot keep on operating in that area of your life. You have to deal with it, overcome it. Because when you let go, the Most High He gonna show you something so great. A lot of y'all just need to learn to let go in certain situations so you can elevate. That's why a lot of the times when, let's say, for instance, let's use these entertainers, actors, rappers. Let's use them for an example. When they get these record deals or they get these movie roles, they're being leveled up. It's not always on the righteous side, but they are getting leveled up. And you notice how they always got to deal with people who claim they changed, and they got to deal with people who try to expose them and hurt them and jeopardize their career. That's because they leveled up. And they found out that a lot of people that was in a circle, they was really enemies. And they were just monitoring the whole time. They was literally there with you in the hood. They was there with you while you was rising up. But then as soon as you made it, their true colors come out. It's like all along, it was just there to try to stop you from getting there and to see if you can actually do it. And now that you're there, they're trying to see how they can sabotage it and take it from you. That's how the devil works. His job is to rob, steal, and kill. He don't want to see you do great things. And he's going to use anybody he can use who don't have the spiritual levity that's needed. We talking about there's a huge inordinate transfer of spirits going on right now in this planet. When I'm telling you the Most High God is dividing the wheat and the tare, it's happening on a grand scale. It's happening on a grand scale. Yep, Courtney says discernment is important. Absolutely. Pay attention to the people that you're around, because God's people, you are targets. You are targets by the demonic, the demonic realm, because you are soldiers in God's kingdom, and they are afraid of what you can do. We possess a great deal of power. Um, we are light bearers. People in our everyday lives, we affect them. Even if you're not on social media, even if you don't have a large following, none of that matters. Your very essence, it magnifies on people just the way you carry yourself. Just the fact that you have God in your life, the Bible in your spirit, just the fact that you have that wisdom. Listen, everywhere you go, you are helping individuals just by being in their presence. You're doing a lot of good things in your life just knowing the truth. So you are an enemy, you're a threat to Satan's kingdom. A lot of times we don't know how much influence or inspiration that we have on people's lives, and we're responsible for these people. You know, these enemies, these devils out here, they don't care about your responsibility to others. That's why people will kill an individual that got 5, 6, 7 kids. In a rap game, you know, you got people getting murdered out here. You think those people are thinking about, oh, that person got 5, 6, 7 kids? Nah, they don't care about that. They don't care that those children are going to be without a father. You know, it's the same thing with you, brothers and sisters in truth. You speaking truth and helping a lot of people. You're not hurting people. Do you think for a second those people who want to tear you down are thinking about the many souls that you are touching in a positive way? Just being you? No, they will destroy that too, because they don't care about you or those people that you may be reaching. They don't care. So you got to be extra careful out here in this world. Blessings E, thank you for the $5 contribution. Says you're speaking facts, brother New Breed. Thank you. Highly appreciate it. And we almost got 1,100 people in the room. So everybody thumb the video up and let's make it happen. Let's get 1,000 likes in here. Let's get 1,000 likes. Felicia Thompson says, yep, that lady tried to trick me out of my blessing. Okay, so she's seen one of them devils in her life. I'm glad you evaded it. The Mashiach says, ask them, do they accept Christ and move accordingly? That's a good question. That is a really good question to ask somebody. Because a lot of the times, hey, when people are confused and don't know where they stand, they can be used in certain ways. The idea is that if you don't stand on anything, you'll fall for everything. If you don't have a strong foundation that you stand on, you could be used by the enemy. So that's a great question to ask people. And then move accordingly. If they're confused and you don't even want to waste your time, because a lot of times people who are confused on their beliefs, you know, they can be used by the devil. For real. And we almost there, y'all. Let's get it. Let's get it. 2 more people. Hit them likes, y'all. Hit them likes. Let's break the shadow ban over here because we're going to be doing a lot of this positive content. I'll be in Jam Rock tomorrow. Tomorrow afternoon, I'll be in Jamaica. And we're going to be doing a lot of content out there as well. All right, we got it. Somebody said, you bring in the wilderness, it better than being amongst the devil. You being, I guess you're saying you being alone in the wilderness, it's better being amongst the devil. That's very true right there. That's another thing a lot of you brothers and sisters got to understand. It's better that you alone in the wilderness than you in a mansion with a devil. It's better that you alone in the wilderness than you in a mansion with a devil. Why do you think Christ went to that desert for 40 days and 40 nights? He was leveling up, fasting, getting all those powers, being alone. Isolation is needed to level up. We need to get to ourselves a lot of the times as chosen ones so we can make it to the next level. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope something I said in this video stimulated some thought. I hope to some your perception was challenged. I hope that everybody reached their full potential. Matter of fact, I will make that declaration and proclamation to the heavens that we will not fail in our respective purpose in life, and that the anointing that the Father have put on us will be fruitful. We will overcome all obstacles of the enemy. We will not entertain these devils. We will not allow them to steal what God has promised to us. It's our promise, and we're going to take back what we deserve. We're going to be fruitful. We're going to be successful in all our endeavors. And we're not going to be tormented with the spirit of duality. We're not going to be distressed. We're not going to be distraught, because we trust in our Creator that any weapon formed against us shall not prosper. And anybody who lift their tongue in condemnation against us shall be punished. We'll keep on serving our Creator. I love each and every one of y'all. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this stream. Share it everywhere. Follow me on New Breed 404 on Instagram. Support my content at newbreed.love. Follow me on Patreon. There's an exclusive bill going to be uploaded to Patreon very soon. So, make sure you get that exclusive content. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, y'all have a great week. Shalom and peace.